Hello BookTube, it has just gone the 19th and I am finally, after over a week of forgetting to take my measurements, I'm beginning to work on CoverGirl. A reminder that this is a pattern that we're working from. We decided to go a size bigger, size 20. So I will be cutting that out. Now I have my kettle and a sandwich, and I'm probably going to listen to the Murder Ballads podcast to keep me company. But yeah, finally starting. Bad brain days. I'm kind of having some trouble with the sizing, and the fact that this just twists is, I don't want to get it wrong, so I brought it down, and hopefully Mum will do it for me, will cut it out for me. There is a lecture today, Byron Manfred and the transgender self, and that is at 4 o'clock and 10 o'clock, so I'm going to come down at around 2:30 and gonna pin it so that I can take it up and do the actual cutting out in my room while the lecture is going on, and that is basically the plan for today. So you're never gonna guess who forgot about the plan. So a quick update on the proceedings. I didn't realise I'd have to iron the pattern pieces, so that took up a lot of time. I only got one side or one piece pinned to the fabric for the lecture. It was really good, and again I will be going to the 9 o'clock one as well. So yeah, we have like an hour before dinner, and I'm hoping I can get this done. So we got the fabric up. We have done everything but pin the lining for the skirt. We are using this for the lining of the top because we have a really nice lace that I'm going to be using for that. Also, please ignore the water spill that I will now have to clean up. I asked for podcast and audiobook recs for while I'm working on this, and Best Film Ever responded, so I'm going to give that a go while I'm cleaning up this mess. And also, again, gonna sit in at the lecture again at 9 o'clock. And hopefully I will manage to get all of this done tonight, because I really would like to move on. We are a day behind and it's kind of stressful at this point. So also, because I am a scatterbrain, I don't think I actually showed you the book. It is Queens of the Abyss. It's from the British Library and it was edited by Mike Ashley, and I am not seeing anything but the hands, but there are hands, so you can see a little bit that I've cut it a little bit too far in. So we're a little past 8:30 and I am up, so I'm going to get some marking done. We actually have to go out today because my eyes are fucked, and so I don't really know how much is going to get done aside from this. I hope I can get like the pieces that I have up here done before we need to go out, but I might just be too tired, so today is pretty up in the air. And by the way, if you think that this looks really, really messy and, you know, very clumsy, I assure you that I am no better at doing this on a flat surface. Also, I absolutely do not remember if this is the one that you're supposed to do loose or if this is the one that you're supposed to pull tight. But it's marking the place and you can just pull it later if it does need to be tight. Also, I may or may not be realising that this is possibly the same place where I cut too far in on the other piece of the skirt, so we might be in a lot of trouble around the hips. So this is the living room. I'll probably be sewing around here, pinning the lining of the skirt, doing the rest of the markings, whatever is after that. I will try to keep on with the updates, but I don't know how much I'm going to film because Mum is in here and the TV will be on, and yeah. This should be simple, I think. I'm not entirely sure what's happened here. I think maybe we have a little bit excess fabric at the bottom, but yeah, aside from this, where I cut too deep, I think we should be okay. So we're going to have to mark this bit and these two, the triangle here, but I think that's it. It is the 22nd and we are 2 days behind, but hopefully we can get back on track today. I am going to go back to sleep after this, but I don't feel as tired as I did yesterday. I could barely keep my eye open last night, but fingers crossed today is going to be better and easier and more productive. Okay, update. This, I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's a slippery fabric or if it is because it has stretched, but it's just so uneven that I want to get it on a flat surface, so we're going to wait and do this later. Hello from the 23rd. We are 3 days behind now. Hopefully today is the day things get done. I feel a lot better. This is basically the only thing I got done yesterday. I didn't come down at all, really, except for once at 5 AM for some toast. So, apologies to my regular watchers. This is where I repeat myself again for the people who don't know, because I think this is probably going to draw in a different audience. I contracted chronic fatigue syndrome during my first year at the academy, and I have no energy. I have not had energy ever since. So this happens sometimes. It's really not a lot of work, but it is work, and it does exhaust you. So yeah, like I said, I'm feeling a lot better now, so hopefully I will get down this afternoon, we get this sorted out, and we can get on with things.
5/8, so it's roughly past that one. Just remembering that it's there so that you don't kind of mess up your stitch line. But
Okay.
because you're a wee bit off here too, but still within the 5/8 amount, your 5/8.
So, quick little hack that we discovered so that the fabric doesn't move. If you're too exhausted to work on a flat surface and you need to sit down on the couch, just put the pins in so the fabric doesn't slide, and then you can mark as you please. The plan for this afternoon is to do the lining, which is basically just this. We'll take the fabric and pin it and mark it. Right now we are just taking this off. We have the markings down, and as you can maybe see, the fabric is starting to fray a little bit, which isn't great, but it's either today or tomorrow that we get to the sewing, so it shouldn't be too bad. And this is also why, if you can see how loose these threads are, this is why we leave them loose, so that when you take the pattern off, you don't lose your markings. You pin it up very carefully, again, so they don't come out, like so, and then you cut through again. And there you go. It also helps to pin your pattern piece so that you know which is which. So this was in the pile, and if you thought it was weird that I only had like one pattern piece of the skirt, congratulations, you're more observant than I am, because this has not been marked, so still a lot more work to be done. So we're going to empty out this shelf, and I'm going to try and use that as my flat surface for the lining and for the skirt piece that needs to be marked. Good morning from Boxing Day. Basically, nothing has been done since the last time I filmed, but we've got the new setup already, and I'm going to get to marking. So it's so cold in here that I've finally given in and turned on my overheating computer in a bid to try and get some work time in, and also heat myself up. Also, I am currently looking at this, which is the next step for like the dress proper, and it's the darts, and it's not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I have done darts before, famous last words, I know, but like I might just do that because I forgot, of course, that the fabric has a right side and a wrong side, and I have needed new glasses since pre-pandemic times, so like I will try and pin it to the pattern pieces, but I might not get it right. So remember how I said I would be doing the lining for the skirt? Well, it turns out we're also going to be doing lining for the top. I talked to Mum. We've already like cut out the pattern pieces for the top and marked them. We're going to also do a lining layer. The reason that we only did one and we didn't do like a proper lining, weren't planning on doing like a proper lining for the top, is because there's going to be a lace layer on top of that. So yeah, we're adding work to the pile instead of taking it off. So I mentioned before that fabric has a right side and a wrong side. This is our inside, the shiny bit, and the more matte side is what is going to be outwards facing. So we're just going to make it a V along the inside. So when you turn it the right way around, this stitch here is a pretty long stitch, and that'll be a problem. I will check it later with a ruler, but I think we're ready to sew. It is supposed to be a guideline, but I do actually sew right over it, so we're going to have to wrestle with the thread a little bit later to get it out from the stitches without pulling out the stitches, but I think I'm pretty happy with this. Also, Mum popped up, so we now have this pinned, just this bit, but I know which way to do it now. It is folded, the right sides are together, so this is the inside. We're finally
it wasn't even considered to be a defining element of the film's identity.
pinning the lining. Why is the green line at an angle?
It's to get, it's the way it hangs, it's the way it's going to hang, it's going to be kind of folded, drapey. If you put it like that, then it's not going to hang. The skirt was cut like that as well.
Okay.
So you just have to just leave it the tail. It just helps it sit folded. That skirt I did for you, I did it on all like that at 45 degrees, so it would sit folded rather than just.
So we almost finished with the pattern pieces. Unfortunately, the lining for the top was under here, so we didn't see it. But we have to do the lining for the top, and then we have to do it again with the lace. So we're almost there. I think we're onto the sewing. Mum tinkered a little bit with the radiator, and it has been warm, so hopefully I can get some sleep tonight, which means I can get some work done today, which means I can also get some reading done. But yeah, that's all for right now. The lining for the top has been done at last. I just need to snip the thread so that I can take it off, and then I'll have to ask Mum to place this because things like grain lines in fabric, I can't see them. But hopefully this is the last of the pattern pieces and we can just get on to sewing now.
You can always hand sew extra on if you feel that this is too bare.
Yeah, no, I wanted it bare though.
Right, that's fine then. What's that?
So if this needs to be right side to right side,
This is, we've got it.
Have we done it the wrong way?
We've done it for as a lining piece, but I'm trying to imagine if we open that out, we've got it the right side facing us. Then we get the right side of your fabric. This is the way we cut the top piece. Yeah, it's alright. What we'll need to do is we'll need to just tack this to your other piece and treat it as one piece.
Okay.
Then we'll put the lining on, and then we flip the lining to the back, to the inside.
So we've pinned it to the lace, but we also have these pins to try and keep the pattern in the correct place. And now it's just the nightmare of cutting it out because we don't have another piece if this doesn't work. Hi. I don't really think that I need to say that it has worked out neither as a Christmas nor Hogmanay dress, and that is, it's fine. You know, it is what it is. The nature of the beast is you try and you plan ahead and you build your deadlines around how much energy you think you will have, and you fall short because that's just how this goes, and it's fine. I'm probably gonna aim this for, I'm aiming to have this done before the midway point in January, but it's now like a New Year's dress, which is great because I was planning on doing like a bonus kind of video. Someone made this lovely The Poppy War edit, and unfortunately mixed up a kimono and hanfu, which, you know, I'm not a historical clothing expert, but a good rule of thumb is if the bow is in the back, it's a kimono. So yeah, I was going to do that, and I was going to talk a little bit about the Dasho Shan. So, you know, we'll make it a wee bit Sino for the new year. I did say I would get this video up before this year ended, so that's what I'm doing. The next one will be putting the actual dress together, which will not be fun, and sewing, so it might be shorter, but yeah, I thought I'd keep you up to date on what's going on, and I hope that you have a lovely new year. I hope 2021 treats you better than 2020 has. Thank you for watching.